that this crowd does not go completely out of control. That is the biggest worry, and we have to keep in mind the fact that they are very angered by all that's taken place. We also spoke, of course, to the Chief PRO of the South Central Railway, Sambashiv Rao, who went on to state that it is the van driver's fault. It is understood that without looking to his left and his right to see if there were any incoming trains, he went on to move and speed past, and that's why the train rammed right into the school van, killing so many children. We, of course, reports also indicating that there were a couple of teachers on board that bus as well. This, of course, is what happened earlier on. You can see stone pelting also took place. The glass of the particular ambulance has been shattered. The police are having to make way for these ambulances to go through as soon as possible, and considering that so many locals have gathered there, it's only becoming increasingly difficult for the police. And the Telangana government has gone ahead and announced 5 lakhs compensation to the families of the deceased. And even as KCR has gone on to condemn this incident, he has not turned up there, and that was a primary demand of these localites, who demanded that, considering it is Medak, the constituency that voted for KCR, it is his constituency after all. They are questioning that as the Chief Minister and as of course the person who represented them in the elections, he should be present there and going ahead and taking stock of the situation himself. But even as that being said, KCR has announced a compensation of 5 lakhs for the kin of the deceased. In fact, tragic scenes were witnessed earlier on when parents had gathered in huge numbers as well. They were seen mourning the death of their children. They were seen clutching on to the bodies of those little children and refusing to move from that spot. 3 ministers are also present there. KCR's nephew T. Harish Rao, who is the irrigation minister, Padma Rao, the excise minister, as well as Jagadishwar Reddy, who is, of course, the education minister, are currently present there taking stock of exactly what has happened and supervising the relief operations. In fact, KCR soon after the incident held a review meeting with the Chief Secretary Rajiv Sharma as well as the DGP Anurag Sharma on the bus accident. And even despite the fact that it looks like the rescue operations may have finally come to an end, the locals refuse to move from there. What we understand is that several of them are protesting. There's another group, which is the parents, who are sitting right out there at the accident spot and mourning the death of their children. So all this has led to quite a bit of commotion. Besides the fact that cabinet ministers are also present there, it's led to a lot of curiosity and locals gathering in huge numbers. In fact, what you see on your screens was from earlier today, where in fact these children were rushed to the Yashoda hospital and after being given, of course, the basic treatment. And as you can see, several of them were in shock. Many of them, as the doctor claimed, have suffered a basic major, of course, hip and jaw fractures, besides, of course, broken limbs as well as head injuries. So of course, no doubt this particular incident has definitely shaken the people of Medak, as they claim that there are many people at fault for what has happened to these little children. And it's absolutely unfortunate that these children have in fact paid, some of them with their lives, some of them with these scars, for the mistakes of some other individuals. And even as, of course, the parent accident spot with the can go ahead and ensure that the site clears up and they can provide for the cremation as well. But the parents, of course, are refusing to move. They continue to sit there, and locals definitely hampering operations to a larger extent, as well as the investigations. The police, as you can see, as of now, are trying hard to control the growing mob, and that seems to be the problem, that a huge number of them have gathered, are angered by what has taken place, and are ensuring that they provide a huge headache for the officials present there. In fact, even as everyone has been stating that it is the van driver's fault for failing to stop and ensure that he checks whether there's a train passing by, considering it's an unmanned level crossing. Several others have been claiming that it is the South Central Railways who is at fault, who is to blame for the loss of so many lives, because quite simply these people, the locals in the region, had filed applications time and again for a gate to be put up to ensure that this level crossing is manned, keeping in mind so many people use it for better and easier flow of traffic as well. But these applications were not heeded, and that, they claim, is what has led to this particular incident. And the injured are being rushed, of course, to the Yashoda Hospital, which is where further treatment will take place. This hospital, of course, is in Kompally, so they have been sent there in ambulances, even as several others lost their life, unfortunately. They were on their way to the Kakatiya Techno School in Tupran when the incident took place. It happened at about 9:10 in the morning, is what we understand. 20 ambulances were immediately rushed to the spot. It is understood, once again to highlight the numbers there for you, 14 children have been killed in this particular accident, while 16 others have been seriously injured. The doctors also went on to tell us that one or two of them who were brought in succumbed to their injuries. It was a little too late for any sort of treatment to save them. Well, as you can see, heart-wrenching visuals there on your screens. These little children, all seeming to have suffered from various injuries, are being rushed to the hospital now, even as a constant medical care is being given by the teams present out there. Well, Telangana BJP leader K. Lakshman today flayed the TRS government's decision to appoint tennis star Sania Mirza as the brand ambassador of the newly carved-out state, terming her as Pakistan's daughter-in-law and questioning her credentials for the honour. Remember, Sania was born in Maharashtra and settled in Hyderabad only later. He also added that the 27-year-old tennis player had never participated in the agitation for a separate state of Telangana. And Lakshman, who is, of course, a BJP leader of the Telangana Legislative Assembly, accused the government of taking the step with an eye on the minority community votes in the upcoming elections to the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation. Remember, just yesterday, Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao, while handing out a grant of 1 crore rupees, appointed Sania as the brand ambassador of Telangana and described her as a daughter of Hyderabad. Well, following serious criticism from the BJP leader, Sania Mirza has gone ahead and condemned the attempt to brand her as the daughter-in-law of Pakistan. She has gone ahead and stated that it is an honour that she has received from the state of Telangana. And various reactions have come in with regards to this particular controversy. Let's listen into what KCR's daughter Kavita had to say.
Sania Mirza controversy, I would only say that it is just a bitterness among the sportsmen that is provoking them to make such statements. And Sania Mirza, as far as I understand, plays for India, and Indian government also had given her many accolades and awards. So I don't think she is not an Indian. But then Telangana government had made a conscious decision, and we have made her a brand ambassador. But making one sports person a brand ambassador doesn't mean that the other sports person will not be given enough cooperation or enough of encouragement. All the sports people will be encouraged, all the sports will be encouraged. In fact, 2024 Olympics is our goal, so we will not discourage anyone, we will encourage every sports person.
Well, that was Kavita, who is the daughter of KCR, stating that come what may, Sania will be made the brand ambassador, also issuing a statement saying that this does not mean any sort of favoritism or bias towards Sania, and that all sportspersons will be given their due recognition. BJP leader Lakshman going ahead and stirring a hornet's nest by stating that Sania Mirza is the daughter-in-law of Pakistan, considering, of course, that she married a Pakistani cricketer. And of course, keeping that in mind, Sania Mirza has gone ahead and made a statement clarifying, saying that she will remain an Indian till the end of her life, and also condemning what BJP leader Lakshman has gone on to state. The BJP also has gone ahead and backed him. Subramaniam Swamy has also come out to speak about this particular controversy and has quite clearly stated that yes, it is true that Sania Mirza was born in Maharashtra. She is married to a Pakistani, so she cannot go ahead and become this brand ambassador of Telangana. And here's what Congress spokesperson Manish Tiwari had to say about this.
Well, it's extremely unfortunate and bizarre that such illogical arguments are being trotted around. Not only is the person in question a very acclaimed player, but as an individual, you have the right to possibly marry somebody of your choice, and that in no manner either detracts from your achievements or from your nationality. So therefore, if you look at this in a wider import, you would find that there is a pattern, ever since this government came into existence, beginning with the statement on the repeal of Article 370, followed by the statement that the Uniform Civil Code will be back on the agenda of the government, then the statements out of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad, indicating to the status of minorities, then the attack by the Shiv Sena MPs on a helpless catering assistant, and now this is the latest. So therefore there seems to be an attempt to try and polarize the country. Right thinking people should come together, to recognize the challenge and deal with it.
The Congress stating that it is not a fair argument by the BJP that she is a recognized sportsperson who has contributed to the entire country, and that should be kept in mind. But the BJP clearly turning sour over the fact that KCR has chosen Sania Mirza. Some people have also gone ahead and debated why not choose cricketer VVS Lakshman, why not choose badminton ace Saina Nehwal, why choose Sania Mirza.